Hey, good morning. Good Monday morning. Rise and shine. September the 16th, 2019. It's a brand new work week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Get it together. Come on. I just noticed something about this mug. I got this from a friend of mine, Dave Williams. He went on his vacation a couple years back. Him and his family went and got this mug for me. And I noticed most of my mugs are like this. They are all, if you want to say, left-handed mugs. Honest to God. I'm a right-hander, right? If I hold it in my right hand and enjoy my cup of coffee, this is what you're going to see. I've had a couple of them that I post videos or pictures, and I've had some of you people say to me, "What? Nothing's on the mug?" Well, yeah, it is. It's on this side, and I'll hold it like this every once in a while, but I like holding my mug like this. Had a busy weekend. What did you guys do for a weekend? I was down at my happy place, and Cheryl and Caleb were down there with us, and it was a work weekend. Didn't get to socialize much at all with any of our camper friends because we were inside the I call it a Florida room. You can call it what you want, but we were inside the room, and of course it was all studded out and insulated and everything. And it's been like that for a couple of weeks now. And finally, they came down this past weekend, and they helped me put up the paneling, or I should say, Caleb put up the paneling. I was his laborer, He's that guy. I am not that guy. I'll tell you right now. I'll do what I can as long as I'm instructed, but I am not that construction guy. I have my specialties in other areas of life, but not when it comes to construction type work. All right. But Caleb, I'll tell you what. Every wall in that room and every corner in that room had to be cut individually to put the paneling in, if that makes any sense, especially to you contractor people out there. He literally would take a template and put it up there and take his little razor knife and cut out it'd be a jig, okay, and then lay it down on a piece of paneling and then cut the paneling, because he didn't want to screw it up the first time, if you understand what I'm saying, by screwing up the piece of paneling. So he'd take a scrap piece of paneling, if it would fit, put it up in the corner or wherever it had to go, and he would cut that scrap piece of paneling out, and then he would lay that on top of the good paneling, and then, cut it out with the X-Acto knife or Stanley knife, because I got some really, really, really thin paneling. It's not as if I'm going to be living in that house or in that room 365. So I get by with what is needed for that room. All right. I do not buy the most expensive material for that room. When it comes to the 2x4s or 2x6s or 2x8s, whatever, yeah, you got to get what you got to get. And the pressure treated wood, yeah. But when it comes to the paneling, I didn't need any real fancy paneling, okay? So that's what's in there. But that's what we did all weekend, putting this paneling up. And very time consuming. God rest it. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. If it wasn't for and patience, oh, Lord, does he have patience doing that? Me? I ain't that guy. I do the little things. He'd say, okay, Ralph, cut this out or whatever I got to do for him. I would do it. But he'd give me all the the idiot jobs to do, okay? And I shouldn't say they're idiot jobs, but he would know that, we're not going to let Ralph do this. We want it done once and we want it done right. So, me, being Caleb, I'll take care of it. Let Ralph do this, you know. So, that's what we did. And for breakfast, you know, yesterday morning, I did make up some breakfast sandwiches on my, excuse me, my camp stove. I got some nice Kaiser rolls. Oh, and it had gluten in it. All right, it had that pull on it. Right, I don't want gluten-free bread. All right, I want bread that has a little bit of, you know, firmness and pull to it. So I got some Kaiser rolls down there at the hole in the wall in the villas. Got some good rolls down there. You know, you buy them individually, right? I forget what bakery it is, but an Italian bakery, from what I understand. But man, I'll tell you what, they make some great rolls. So I got that, and I got 3 or 4 different types of lunch meat, and then of course Cheryl brought down some cheese because Carol and me were not cheese eaters. So I slapped that on, and I cracked the egg open, and I had my camp stove going. I didn't have to use my Weber charcoal grill. I got a camp stove down there. I finally brought it home for the season now. But then I had my cast iron pan on the camp stove, propane of course, and I fired up my camp stove and put my cast iron pan on there, sprayed it down with some palm oil, and put a little bit of a hunk of butter in there, and then I crack my egg open and it's bubbling, and I take my little spatula and I zap the yolk so the yellow gets all over the white part of the egg, and I flip that over and make sure that was all fried up real nice, and then I take my domestic ham, imported ham, roast beef, and I think it was I want to say smoked turkey, but I'm not sure. And this is all sliced up like lunch meat, and then in between all those pieces of lunch meat, I'd put their cheese in it, and I'd marry it like a sandwich, if you would, and then I'd take my fried egg and I'd flip it over because now it's hot, and I'd lay this on the lunch meat on top of that and let it cook for just a few seconds, and because of the heat coming up, it would melt that cheese. Then I flipped it over again where my lunch meat was on the bottom and on the cast iron pan, and it was warming up, and if you want to say cooking, you can say that. And so I moved it all over to one side, and I had my Kaiser rolls cut in half, and I took a half of my Kaiser roll and stuck it in the cast iron pan over to the side by itself, and just let it get toasted up a little bit. I pull that out, spatula my fried egg and lunch meat, flip it on top of the Kaiser roll, and then get the other half of the Kaiser roll, put that on top, plate it up, and say, here you go. It was a great breakfast sandwich, I'm telling you. Oh, and then the night before, on my Weber kettle grill, I did do some boneless pork chops. I think I told you in the past. Carol always gets this, I think it's called a pork loin, the real long hunk of pork that you can buy, all right? And she'll get it when it's on sale, let's say $1.47 a pound, and she'll come home with this huge piece of meat. She's got it on her arm, carrying it like this into the house, and she'll bring it in here, and of course it's not frozen when she brings it home, and she'll take that huge hunk of meat. let's say it's 12 pounds. That's boneless, all right? And she'll cut it into maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inch boneless pork chops. And then on one end of it, or maybe in the middle, she'll save just a little bit of a roast, and she'll store that away in the freezer So we'll have a pork roast, later on down the road. But that's how we do our boneless pork chops, and it's a lot cheaper because if you think about it, when you're buying your boneless pork chops in the grocery store, you're not getting it for $1.47 a pound or whatever it is on sale. You're paying what is it nowadays? $2.47, $3.02 a pound. You're paying that butcher to slice that down for you. Now, buy the whole thing, get yourself a nice sharp knife, and cut it into 1-inch boneless chops, 2-inch boneless chops. That's good eating. So anyway, I put that on the grill. I had, of course, we had it brining for a couple hours. I think Carol had it in vinegar, water, and kosher salt brine. I think, I'm not sure. And all I did was, when I took it out of the brine, I patted it dry somewhat, and I had my Weber charcoal grill already going. My charcoal was all ashed up pretty nice, and I opened one side of my Weber charcoal grill, the grates that I have. I bought it as an accessory where you can lift up one let's say 1/3 of the grill, so you can get in there, and if you got to add more charcoal, instead of lifting the whole grill up and over and then add a charcoal, on either side of the round grill, they would lift up like doors, and I'd lift that up and over, and I put my what did I put in there? I put some pecan wood chunks and some it was hickory chunks. I put that in there, and then I put my boneless pork chops on there, and all I did was season it up with seasonal salt seasoning. I forget what it's called, but Lowry's maybe. Just lightly season it with that. Then I put the lid on my charcoal grill, Weber charcoal grill, and cracked the top of it just a little bit so it would permeate. There's a word for it. It would permeate my wood chunks, because they'd smolder and just go right across my pork chops. And I grilled them up real nice, and I gave them quarter turns every now and then. Flipped it over, quarter turns every now and then. It's all about the presentation. Don't forget that. Plated that up, gave it to Caleb, and he says, "Wow, man, this is really good pork chops." I thought, "Thank you. Okay." And of course, Cheryl made up a nice Italian salad. She does a real nice job on Italian salads. I'll tell you what. I asked her, I said, okay. Carol made up corn on the cob to go with the somewhat, if you want to call it, smoked pork chops. They weren't truly smoked, but they had the smoked flavoring in it, okay? And we had some Jersey corn on the cob, and Cheryl made up the Italian salad. She uses extra virgin olive oil and some red wine vinegar, I think, and a little bit of seasoning on it, and stirs it up, and good stuff. Ever notice things always taste better when somebody else is cooking it for you, or you're buying it someplace else? A hot dog always tastes better when you're getting it at a ballpark, or maybe at some fair or something. It always tastes better than what you can do at the house. At least in my world, it is. A good hamburger on a grill, if you're buying it, it always tastes better than what you can do or what I can do. All right, enough of that babbling. Birthdays today. David Copperfield. He's 63 years young today. Happy birthday, David Copperfield. Nick Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. He's 27 today. And Mark Anthony. Remember him? I think he's a singer, right? A top 40 or a pop singer, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's 51 today. So there's 3 birthdays for you. Happy birthday to all of them. Weather forecast for Tower City, or the general area of Tower City today, being Monday, what is it, September the 16th. It's going to be, high's going to be about 77 degrees. Low's going to be 55. Today's a good day for me to do some traveling. I called my mechanic up. I got to get 4 new tires put on the van, so I called him up, Cody, and he says, well, give me the size you need, and if you want, we can probably do it today. I said, you got it, Cody. And by the way, since you're going to put 4 brand new tires on, can you give me an oil change? Yeah, we can do that. So I'll get all that out of the way today, I hope. If not today, it'll be done tomorrow. But 4 brand new tires. I didn't realize how bad they were. I don't let them get as low as they got. But all right, tomorrow, Tuesday, 76 degrees for a high, give or take. This is in Tower City area. 51 for the low, good sleeping weather, and sunny. Oh, today's going to be mostly cloudy, okay? But tomorrow's going to be sunny. Wednesday is going to be mostly sunny in the Tower City area. The high is going to be 73-ish. So let's say 76, somewhere in there. Low's going to be 49. Good sleeping weather. For Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey. My happy place in that area. Monday, today, the high is going to be 81. Low is, or was, 66. Mostly sunny today. Tuesday, 74 degrees. Low's going to be 59 in Cape May Courthouse. Good sleeping weather, folks. Partly cloudy. Wednesday, 70 degrees for a high. So let's say about 72, 73 degrees. We'll watch, all right? 68 for a low. And partly cloudy. And then I'm looking at Thursday because I got to run into Cape May Courthouse. I got to go to the township building. I got something I have to take care of down there. And I'm hoping to get down there Thursday, depending on if I can schedule an appointment with the township. And I think that's going to be in Middle Township, I think, in Cape May Courthouse. So Thursday it's going to be about 69 degrees and partly cloudy. And the low's going to be a high 50s, so let's say 58 degrees. So there's your 3-day and 4-day forecast for Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey, 4-day forecast, and then Tower City, 3-day forecast. And my tires I got to get are 235/65R, which is radial, /16. I didn't know I had a 16-inch tire on that minivan, but that's what it says. All right, folks, that's all I have for today. Sir Prince, he's laying over there. Oh, he's right here. He's right by my side. It's going to be nice weather, so he's going to travel with me. It won't be too humid. So I'll take him on a little road trip to go and see my man Cody and get my car all taken care of. So I'll talk to all you guys later on. One more swig of coffee from my left-handed coffee mug. Dave Williams, my brother, how you doing? Deb, Reds, sorry I didn't see you this weekend. Like I said on my Facebook posting, I was busy all weekend. You know, I wanted to at least get over and say hi to you guys. I understand you had a nice campfire. Wish I could have been there to enjoy the evening with you, but Caleb and Cheryl, they're early to bedders. I thought I was early to bed, but they're ready to hit the rack about 8:30. But then again, they get out of the rack at 4, if not sooner. And that's when they start their day. So, you know, when they got up at 4 o'clock and they're stirring, you know, I'm hearing them up. I went, okay, I'm the host, so I got to get up. Of course, I didn't get up quite at 4 o'clock, but I was up earlier than usual. I'm telling you right now. All right, folks, have a great day today. Have a great Monday. Have a great work week. And has the gas spiked yet by you? I'm watching what the heck happened overnight. And we're in for a ride here. There's going to be a spike in fuel. And here I am looking at motorhomes, right? So that might just take me back a little bit. Maybe I'll just sit and watch and see what happens before I invest in a motorhome at 7 miles to the gallon, if you know what I mean. All right, cheers to Nostrovia. I love you guys. Good morning, Renee. How you doing? Lucille, good morning. Debbie Jameson, I haven't heard from you in a while. What have you been up to? And how about my other Debbie? How you doing? All right? How's work going for you? I'll talk to all of you guys later. God bless you. I love you. Tina, did Leo get his Jeep yet? How close is he? If he wants that hot red one, tell him to get it. You know, if that's what he wants, no matter what his friends are saying, negative or positive, it's his money. Get what you want. That's it. Life is too short. Believe me. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. Believe me on that one. Okay, love your family and your friends and your kids, your neighbors, and let your coworkers know you appreciate them, because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. I'll talk to all of you guys later on. Positive or negative comments, always welcome. Send me a comment on anything, whatever's going on in your mind. If you like my video, hit that like button. If this is the first time you're seeing it, hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell twice. That way you'll be notified every time I make a video. And share this with your friends and family if you would. Ken and Barbie, how you doing? Good morning. Okay, on 3. Cheers to Nostrovia. I'll talk to you guys later on. Ready? On 3 now. 1, 2, come on, smile. Give me a big smile.